I am here now at Midway Airport in Chicago, and this is one of Southwest Airlines' biggest hubs. Southwest are an airline I've never flown on before in my life. They are one of the biggest American airlines and certainly the biggest low-cost airline here in the States, and I'm going to give them a go for the very first time today. I've heard some really good things about Southwest from loads of people who've flown on them before. They get a really good reputation. They have some little quirks with them that I'm not used to, such as they don't have any seat allocation and you have to get in the right boarding zone apparently when you board. We'll see what it's all about when I go through in a minute. Flies today then now down to St. Louis, Missouri, following the old Route 66 from Chicago down to St. Louis, of course. From St. Louis we have a bit of a connection there, and then straight on the next flight over to New York LaGuardia, where I'll be staying the night tonight. And it's an airport in New York I've never been to before, so that should be fun as well. So I can see a few Southwest planes over there in the distance. I'm going to head inside now, get checked in, get through security and TSA and everything else you have to do over here in the States for my very first flights on Southwest. Midway Airport's a lovely little airport. It's split into two little concourses either side of a main road. So you go down an escalator underground to security and then pop back up on the other side of the road. Security was really friendly, couldn't be any more helpful to anybody really. And it's certainly a really nice change from some of the other airports in America that I've been through. Once you're airside here at Midway, it's just a case of the usual mix of American newsagents, coffee shops and restaurants and things. We make our way down to the gates for the Southwest Airlines flights. Now, Midway Airport's actually named after the World War II Battle of Midway in the Pacific, and hanging from the roof here in Concourse A at Midway is one of the original US Navy Dauntless dive bomber aircraft that took part in the Battle of Midway back in 1942. So I have to say that Southwest Airlines are impressing me already. As I mentioned earlier, originally I was due to fly into St. Louis today with Cape Air, who changed my flight and basically rescheduled it so there wouldn't have been enough time for me to have made that flight over at O'Hare. So in a bit of a panic, less than 2 days ago I was looking for alternative options of how I was going to get to St. Louis, and I thought I'd just check Southwest to see what their change fees are like. And to my surprise, so Southwest had absolutely zero change fees, even to add on this additional leg down to St. Louis from Midway, and I was really impressed by that. It cost me nothing to change my flight, and apparently it's just the way that Southwest have always been, no change fees whatsoever. So I'm quite looking forward to this. It's clear to see who is at home here in Midway. Every single aircraft here is Southwest. I'm just been having a look at the way that they board the planes here, and they have these weird podiums that you kind of line up at, and you take whatever number your boarding pass is, you basically stand in the required zone. It's a bit weird. I'll show you around. So all of these podium things are where you stand with your number. I'm quite lucky I'm in Group A, which is apparently the first group to board, so hopefully I get a decent seat on the flight.
For all time's sake. As time goes by.
Now, boarding on Southwest Airlines is a lot like playing a game of bingo. You basically get your number and you wait for your number to be shouted, and then you will make your way down to the aircraft.
Some of the old songs. For all time's sake.
And today I was in Group A, which is usually pretty great because it means that you're the first one on the plane, but this aircraft today had actually come in from Orlando and was continuing its flight down to St. Louis. That means that many seats on the flight were already taken with people who had come up from Orlando, and therefore I had to go and take a seat right towards the back of the aircraft, which wasn't ideal. It wasn't where I wanted to be, but it was a window seat and on the right side of the aircraft.
Some of the old.
As low-cost airlines go, this seat was actually pretty comfortable. It was all leather seats, a little bit ancient now, but a decent amount of legroom at least, and it was pretty comfortable for the short flight down to St. Louis.
For all time's sake.
Pushback today was on time, and it wasn't long before we were on our way for the short taxi to the runway to take off towards St. Louis.
As time goes by.
Although we never anticipate a loss in cabin pressure, if one occurs, 4 oxygen masks will drop from the compartment overhead. To activate the flow of oxygen, pull down on the mask till the plastic tubing is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Secure the mask.
Southwest Airlines offers complimentary drinks and snacks on all of their flights, and one thing that I really thought was interesting was how they go about doing the drinks service. Rather than just going through with a trolley and giving everybody the drinks that they ask for, they come through with little iPads, take everybody's orders to start with, and then a short while later they come through with a tray with everybody's drinks on them, just handing them out. It seemed to speed up the whole refreshment process throughout the flight, and the cabin crew got through the drink service in no time whatsoever. Aside from the complimentary drinks and snacks, you can also buy a range of alcoholic drinks on the flights as well. But interestingly, looking through the menu, not only are they quite reasonably priced, but also there's several days a year that you get completely free drinks on all Southwest Airlines flights. These include June the 18th, which is Southwest Airlines' birthday, and I thought that was a really nice little touch to people to give that extra level of customer service.
I'm sitting here wondering.
Southwest also give you a range of free in-flight entertainment as well. It's all done through an app on your phone or your iPad, and you connect to the Southwest Airlines Wi-Fi and you can watch a range of live TV streaming channels, as well as some premium movies as well that you can pay for at $5 a pop. You also get access to iHeartRadio on board as well, so there's quite a lot of in-flight entertainment options for you. This first flight was a relatively short hop from Chicago down to St. Louis. It's around about 45 minutes on today's run. It wasn't long before we were coming in over the fields of Missouri to make our approach and landing into St. Louis Lambert International.
On behalf of this flight crew and Southwest Airlines, I'd like to be the first to welcome you to St. Louis. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened. Make sure your carry-on items are completely out of the seat in front of you, leaving the area around your feet clear. When the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign, please be careful opening up the overhead bins. Items tend to shift during flight and can fall out. You may now use your cell phones at this time, but please remain seated. Keep your carry-on stowed. If you are connecting here to another Southwest flight, please check the TV monitor to indicate area of your flight and gate number. However, this is the termination of this flight. Make sure you check your surroundings and check those seat back pockets. Make sure you take all of your belongings with you. We certainly have enjoyed sharing a part of our day with you, and I was great. We do. Thank you so much for choosing us here today at Southwest Airlines. Go ahead and have a great day. Welcome, love. Be safe out there. Most of all, let's take the time to be kind to one another. Come back and see us again real soon. Welcome to St. Louis.
Now, we only had a 40-minute connection here in St. Louis, which I thought was a little bit tight, but discounting people not looking where they were going, it was actually a pretty straightforward connection, and only took me about 5 minutes to get from one gate to the next. Like Chicago's Midway Airport, St. Louis is also a massive hub for Southwest Airlines, and they are their major player here. Once again, we were placed in our boarding podiums according to the number that we've been allocated at check-in. Once again, I was in Group A for boarding, but there were quite a few people ahead of me in this group on today's flight.
When you speak, angel, sing from above. Everyday word seems.
Finally, folks, we do invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this 1 hour, 45-minute flight into LaGuardia. We are going to be turning down the overhead cabin lighting. If you require additional reading lights, this time press the button with the picture of the light bulb. For your continued safety and the safety of those around you, please do remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened, your seat back and tray table in its full upright and locked position, and everything stowed right where it is until we arrive at the gate and the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Do use caution when you open up overhead bins. Items placed there have a tendency to shift secure in sight and could fall out. If you have a connection here, simply deplane, check the TV monitor in the gate area for your flight gate information. This is the termination of this flight sequence, so please check around your seating area and make sure you've gathered up all of your belongings. Folks, it certainly has been a pleasure sharing part of our afternoon with you. We know you have many choices in air travel. We thank you so much for choosing us here at Southwest. Go out, buckle up, drive carefully, and please come back and see us again real soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks very much. See you again.
Thank you.
Now, it may just be because I was a little bit tired at the end of a full day of flying, but I have to say I find the terminal here at LaGuardia really dark and depressing. Now, it wasn't too busy at this time of night, but I can imagine it gets really busy at rush hour. Okay, so I am here now at LaGuardia International Airport here in New York City, and wow, what a fantastic couple of flights they were with Southwest Airlines. My first ever flights on Southwest, and I have to say they were fantastic. I know I always say that the crew were brilliant, and I think I'm going to have to stop doing that because Southwest really do take that to another level. The service that you get on board, you've got Wi-Fi, you've got in-flight entertainment, you get a snack, you get a drink as well. It's just incredible, and the way they do everything, it just works so well. The boarding process, everybody was on board within 10 minutes. I was mocking it to start with, as I remember, but it was a fantastic idea. Everybody was boarded within 10 minutes on each flight, which was amazing. That's brilliant. So I'm here now at LaGuardia Airport, which isn't the best, I have to say. It's a little bit cramped in there in the Southwest pier. I'm going to go and try and grab an Uber back to my hotel now and try and see if I can find out where this hotel is that I'm staying in tonight. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys, really appreciate it, and I will see you next time on an in-flight video.